This is The Roman Show.
It's done. It's awesome. Love it.
What made you say that she could make 135 soon? That was like...
She's absolutely 100% positive she can make 135. She said, let me tell you what, my life is a lot different now than it used to be when I was in my 20s. She said, do you realize the whole time I fought, I never had a real training camp. She had trained people here and there and went around. It's almost like talking to like Chuck Liddell back in the old days, how they used to train. She didn't have a real camp. It was very disorganized. Women's MMA wasn't anywhere near what it is today. You know what I mean? Completely different world.
Did you ask her how much weight?
It is fucking fascinating talking to her. It's fascinating. And I don't ever use this word, ever. I don't think I've ever used it in my life. One of the most charming human beings that I've ever met. Seriously, I'm not talking hot and beautiful, I'm talking charming. She's one of the most charming human beings I've ever met. And we sit down and listen to what she has to say about fighting. It's pretty awesome.
And did you ever really talk to her before? Like
no.
When she was like the
I saw her at a fight one time and said hi to her. That's it. I had never talked to her.
Dana, have you talked to her since that meeting?
Yeah. We've texted, not talked.
What's the next step? Like, what needs to happen? Do you think?
Got to get a deal done.
What about? Are you working with her management, and are they receptive? Like, do you feel like you're close, or do you feel like you're?
I feel like it's going to happen, but we'll see. Crazier shit has happened.
You have to wait for the contract to expire?
No.
It'll just be a new deal?
Yeah. She ain't going to fight under strike force deal, you know what I mean?
What about getting her to a fight? Like, does she show up in person and see that allowed to fight?
To a fight?
Does she have any interest in like attending the UFC?
I don't know. Probably. I'm sure she does. Yeah. Trust me, if this thing gets done, you guys will all have the opportunity to talk to her. And I think you're going to be impressed.
Do you expect her to have a warm-up fight first of all and get into the rankings?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Everybody asked me, would I give her a fight with Ronda? Yeah, I would. Ronda wants it really bad. Ronda loves Gina Carano. Has tons of respect for her. Every freaking time we do one of these things, you start talking about drugs, but everybody wants to talk about Cyborg. All of you guys think that she should, get a shot coming to the 135-pound division. But every single scrum, we talk about drugs.
Now, if everything goes well with the Gina talk, is there any kind of timetable and when you would like before the end of the year or next year for that possible fight?
We got to get a deal done with her. So,
what's the timetable for Doom against Velasquez? Because I know Pete's coming back from the knee.
as long as he's healthy, we're thinking, in the fall.
Around Dillashaw fighting soon, people are going to start talking about Dominick Cruz. Does he get an immediate title shot? Does he not? Coming back.
I literally have heard nothing from Dominick Cruz, I don't know what's going on with him. And I don't think after this much of a layoff, it would be right to throw him in there for that fight, unless he wants it. He was the champ before all this stuff happened to him. And if he wanted to come right back and fight him, then yeah, I'd do it. But Barrow's one of those guys, man. I just think Barrow is so nasty. I'd fight somebody else. If it was me personally, but
So is Aldo going up or 155?
better his life or taking a great opportunity somewhere, you can't. It's the sneaky guys that lie to your face and all that stuff.
Once he takes that job, though, is his UFC career essentially over as far as fighting?
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's not like, if he takes this job, that's it. We'll never have him fight in the UFC again. If he came back and wanted to fight, he's still under contract with us, and he hasn't officially retired. Rich is out there making some moves. He started a business. He's got this business that he's running, and he's putting all his time, effort, and money into it. But he needs a source of income for more money to come in. So these guys gave him a huge opportunity. He's going to take it.
He's going to take it.
As far as I know, he's going to take it. Don't quote me on that. Ask him.
Also,
but we're cool with it.
One other question. On the first episode of Tough last week, there was an interesting scene with Lyman Good, where you were talking about the Bellator champion. Why did you leave that in the show? Like, it seemed like it was something that was banter, but I was kind of surprised that you left the Bellator.
I didn't leave it in. Pelagian did.
Did you not want that in?
Oh, I don't know. I could care less. Why? Why does it matter?
It was because I've never heard you say, another organization on Tough. So it was like it was something that it felt very real that we were listening on a conversation that was maybe private.
Everything on that show is real.
Yeah. No,
you know
what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Private conversation that
I haven't seen the first episode yet, but Pelagian left it in there. Pelagian and his editors
But he didn't
do
ask you about that, because that seemed like...
Well, Borsari goes over all that stuff before it goes out. I guess Borsari want to leave it in.
There were some questions about Vanderlei. Is he officially signed for the fight against Sonnet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
He got hurt.
ready
He got
healthy?
hurt in the stupid fight in Brazil.
Right. Is
Right.
he going to be healthy enough by that point to do the fight in July?
Yeah. Yep.
Danny, talking about going into Mexico for years now, what's been the biggest stumbling blocks preventing it thus far?
Getting the right television deal, and it's let me tell you, it's a lot harder to go in and do all the things that When I used to talk about where I wanted to go, I didn't know what I didn't know at the time. You know what I mean? And the UK and Mexico were really tough. It was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, but we finally got it done.
How
13 years
satisfying
later.
is it that it's almost here and all that hard work?
Oh,
is
it's great.
finally
No, I
gone?
feel great. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a home run.
With you guys, Verdun confirmed, do you guys have plans to start shooting the next stuff for Mexico or Latin America?
I'm going to shoot the 115-pound women's show, and then we go back to back with Mexico.
It's gonna be Vegas too, like
Yeah.
Dana, what's it going to be like for you when you guys put on 2 shows in one day? You can't be at one of them. I mean, are you going to attend one and then
Yeah.
it seems like you have your hands all over.
But we
the
figured,
show.
yeah, we do. We got it all figured out. I told you we set up the satellite. I run the shows from wherever I am. It actually works out really good.
Are you nervous about that though? It's like 2 shows going on.
No, this is all part of growing and going global and all that shit. So you got to figure it out. And I'm actually really, really happy with where we're at. Like I said, we've gone into these other countries all these years, but then never really figured it out. Now we figured it out. Now we really got it dialed in.
Could you do that outside Las Vegas?
Huh?
Can you do that outside Las Vegas?
Yep.
Too? Is it mobile?
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hey,
Makes my
Dana,
life a
have you
lot
figured
easier.
out when the Puerto Rico show is going to be?
Soon, I hope. No, we're looking at Puerto Rico in 15. 15.
Dana, there's a place about 40 minutes from here, Daytona Beach, Daytona International Speedway's got a $400 million 3-year project. They're talking about wanting to bring in fights, football games, stuff like that. Would that be something down the road, especially with a partnership with Fox and NASCAR and the UFC?
Anything's,
that you guys can
yeah,
entertain?
anything's possible. We actually get along really well with NASCAR, and their guys are great. Their executives are great, and yeah, anything's possible.
This is The Roman Show.